Good morning. Welcome to the Art of Being Favi. I'm your host, Favi Marti. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about how you can sleep better. So first things first, you might have heard a lot about melatonin pills, and from every bit of research that I've been able to do, I've come to find out that actual naturally produced melatonin within your body is a lot better for you than the pills. Go figure. Now, that being said, I'm not a physician, so take that for what it is, right? And if you have any real serious sleep problems, I highly recommend that you see a doctor about it, but it's worth a shot to give some of these tips a try, right? So, especially nowadays, we're always attached to our tablets or to our phones. So much so that we're looking at our phone screens all day and all night. And a lot of newer phones have like a function where the light kind of switches from a bluer tint to like a yellower tint. And it's supposed to help you kind of keep your melatonin production in check, kind of help you go to sleep a little better. Because staring at blue light will definitely keep you up. I can tell you that from experience. And if you do manage to go to sleep, a lot of the time it's not really the best sleep in the world. It's kind of, I usually end up waking kind of groggy personally. So yeah, you want to make sure you turn off your phone and your tablet or whatever at least 30 minutes before you go to bed. You might be wondering,
But Fabi, what am I going to do? I get bored in bed for if I got to spend 30 minutes to an hour, and then I start thinking about all the things that worry me.
well, we're going to go ahead and get to that in just a little bit. So how do you kill that time before you go to bed then? One of the best things that you can do if you have a tub is just to get a nice warm bath going. Not too hot where it's uncomfortable, but just warm enough. Just let yourself soak in there and just relax. A lot of times we're just kind of go all day and all night, and we don't really give ourselves enough time to really unwind and relax and just kind of take a nice deep breath of fresh air. It's one of those deals where we're always so constantly distracted that it doesn't really strike us as something that we might naturally do, but it's one of those things that really helps you out. If you really want to go to sleep and have some great sleep, I highly recommend a nice warm bath. So yeah, just take a nice warm bath for 15-20 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes if you can do it without passing out in the tub. So not just relaxing, but one of the other things that it helps out with is getting your body temperature up so that when you get out and you get into bed, your body temperature just starts cooling down. And that's one of the things that kind of triggers in your brain telling it,
okay, that's one of the things that we do before we go to sleep.
Is our body temperature goes down a little bit. So that just kind of helps. Every time I've taken a warm bath or been able to take a warm bath, because I have lived without a tub before, I've been able to just use on in, and I've been able to ease on in to sleep without any problem. Another thing that you can do, and it's kind of cheap, if you go and buy yourself a diffuser, you can get like lavender oil diffuser, and the smell of lavender has been proven to help people sleep a lot easier. For some reason it has a calming, soothing effect. Now another thing, especially if you live inside of the city or if you work nights, you want to make sure you darken your room as much as possible. Go ahead and if you need to, get some blackout curtains. If you have any electronics that emit a light, sometimes just putting a piece of tape over it just to cover up that light so it doesn't bother you too much will help you go to sleep. If you can at all, put your phone in another room. I know like turning off your phone at night is almost sacrilege, but if you can do that, then that's probably the best thing. Me personally, I keep my phone on all the time, so that's another thing you can do. But yeah, the most important thing is you want to make sure you darken that room so that you get some decent sleep and so that your body naturally produces some melatonin. Okay, so a lot of times at night we try to go to sleep and we're just kind of tossing and turning and we're thinking about all these things we have to do tomorrow, and we're thinking about all this stuff that we had to do today and like all the good and bad things that happen, usually bad things that happen throughout the day, right? One of the best things you can do is just keep a journal, and I would highly recommend, even if you have really sloppy handwriting, it's not necessarily something that you're going to read or anybody else is going to read, spiral notebook or whatever and write in it if you have to. I got nicer, fancier one, don't know where it's at. But I got one that I use, and every time I'm getting too worried about something, I just write down the things that I need to do the next day or things that might be on my mind. I just write them down before I go to bed, and that just kind of helps me get rid of all those thoughts because I put them somewhere else, right? And the most important thing that you can do, probably like the most effective thing that you can do, especially with any kind of worries you have, any kind of thoughts you have running through your mind in the middle of the night, if you're like me, that's when you usually do your best thinking. is meditation. And meditation sounds kind of fancy. For the longest time, I didn't really know what it was, but the most basic type of meditation that you can do is just close your eyes and take deep breaths and just focus on the breath. Don't think about anything else. Just think about the process of the air going in and out of your lungs, and just focus on that for as long as you need to. And that usually helps you kind of calm down, because you're not thinking about 50,000 other things. You're thinking just about your breath, and you're thinking about that moment. And a lot of times that's all you really need to do to fall asleep. Now, if you'd like to have some white noise playing or whatever, you can go ahead and use a fan. Or I have a friend who actually has a YouTube channel where he actually plays like sounds and like comforting noises and whatnot to help people sleep. And he's been awesome enough to just make the screen completely black. So even if you don't have like a premium membership for YouTube, you can just have it on play and let the light from the phone's not shining in your face while the music's playing. I don't remember the exact name of it. I'll link to it down below. Okay, so these are just a few helpful tips that I've learned throughout the years and through many books that I've read on the topic. I used to have a very hard time falling asleep, but thanks to some of these tips, I sleep a lot better every night. I hope these can help you out, and if you know anybody who this will help out, go ahead and share this video with them. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash the like button, and if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to post twice a week now. I think Mondays and Wednesdays are going to be it for me, and I'll see you on the next video. Alright.